Howdy folks, this is Will from Jones Hay and Cattle. Hope everyone's doing all right. Before we start the video, if you would hit that like, share, subscribe button, comment if you want. Make sure you hit that little symbol over here to the side. That's your notifications. You'll set you up to get all our newest content. Last year I was putting them out every 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks. It was a crazy year last year. This year we're hoping to be a little more consistent, and hopefully the weather works a little better for us. Last year with all the rain we got, it kind of set back our first cutting, and because of that the second cutting really suffered. With Gardo, you really want to be able to get a good first cutting before June, and that way it has all of maybe July at the latest, I would think. But anyway, last year we didn't cut until mid-August, and so by the time the second crop started getting to that stage where it needed to start growing, it was already starting to cool off again, starting to get them cooler nights, and it really stunted the growth. And it still made good hay, it just wasn't very thick and consistent like the first cutting was. Anyway, today what we are going to do, we are going to stack some hay. Right now it's all scattered out where we baled it. Try and get all it ready to go to where when I start hauling it, it's real quick and easy and go in and out as fast as possible. I moved everything home except for the tedder, the hay trailer, and then I got like the forklift attachment for the tractor, that tractor, and then the 2750. So the 2750, I took the hay spike off of it. It had broke, and I had them change it out and sleeve it out with these. Before, it had like a rear 3-point hay spike on it. I would just weld it to it. I had them take all that off and wash it off, and then put bigger pipes in here. I would say it's called sleeving it. And they put those in there, and then I was able to get newer spikes like the ones that are on my other regular tractor, my 5100 over there, that has a thinner but stronger spike, and I think it'll stab the bales a lot better. So we'll get that put on this afternoon. I don't want to start that until this afternoon when it warms up a little bit. The motor tractors, they get kind of cold natured. So anyhow, it was been a good tractor. I got the AC fixed on it. I put new batteries in it. We had a couple hydraulic hoses I had to replace. Let's see what else. It needs new tires, but right now it's okay. I need to bring the 3-point hay spike from the house up here, I guess, and put it on there. Maybe, I don't know. Since it's just me out here today, just the one tractor over there with 2 spikes would be all I need. So anyhow, we're gonna get out, get that going. Let's go start the tractor. Oh, when I was taking the hay rake home, the back tire blew out on me. It had a bad spot in it, as does the other one that didn't blow out. It's got a bad spot. If you see right here, right there, that was like that when they brought it to me. But anyhow, those implement tires are not made to go very fast, so I'm going to change them out and put regular street tires on it, or truck tires on it, that are about the same size, 12 ply, maybe 14, and that way when I'm going down the road with it, I can go at a higher speed. This tractor's been running good for me, knock on wood. Let's see how these are in here. So now the hay spike for that other tractor over there will be the same as this one. And so that will definitely be a big help. Ooh, cool this morning. It was around 50 degrees this morning. Let's see if we can get her started. goes. Alright, so I'm gonna let her warm up and we'll start stacking some hay. I got my phone over here and all that good stuff. And I've had this tractor now for 3 years and love it. A lot of people talk down about the E series. I had a 5065E before this one and it was alright, but I needed something a little bit bigger. I was told when I get to the 5100, which is 100 horse, which is that's what it is, and then the next one down, which I think is 85, they are a little better running. It's a different engine setup. I think it has another cylinder on it, and so I will say it does run a lot better than my 65 horse did, but then again, it's 35 more horsepower. We replaced, instead of tires like these, they're going to be these. So we'll put these on. I really like how these look. They're the Toyo, not sure what these are, all-terrains. So they ought to be pretty good. While I was there, I had them write down the type of tires I'm looking for my truck. They're not all bad, but there's a couple of tires that are real thin, so I'm wanting to get those changed out. So anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and put the tires on the rake. See right here, that's just smooth. So anyhow, I need to figure out what I want to do with that. If I feel up to it today, I might even crawl underneath there and see what's going on with that air leak. But anyhow, I had jacked this rake up and it fell over, but it's not really hurting anything. It just took like a lean, which is fine. I'll put this tire on first, then after I put the tire on, jack it down, then I'll come over here and jack this side up, and then we'll be good to go. All right, tires are on. I think they look real good. I'm happy with how they turned out. I know they're just tires, but I'm OCD like that. But anyhow, turned out real nice. All right, so the next thing we got done today was I fixed the air leak on this truck. It has airbags in the back, and anytime I pull a heavy load or trailer or whatever, I put a little air in it, and then right before I load the hay trailer up or the flatbed up, I'll put more air in it. It helps it ride better, and just to me, it's just safer to me. But anyhow, a while back, I was hauling a load of hay, and I went to air it up, and it wouldn't air up. And when I got done, so I didn't mess with it. When I got home, I could hear an air leak. And so, with as busy as I've been, I haven't really had a chance to look at it. So a while ago, I was like, well, I crawled underneath there to look. I could hear it, you know, anytime you turned off, you would hear it have a little leak somewhere. So I crawled underneath there, and what happened is the tank is in the toolbox. The compressor in the tank or in the toolbox has an air line that goes down. It splits at a 90. One side goes to some air horns, and the other side goes up to the front to this gauge, and then from the gauge it goes back to the bags. Well, the supply line that goes from the tank to that T, that hose fell against the exhaust pipe. So naturally it melted it, and that's why I lost all my air. I had no air supply. So it was a real easy fix. I wish I'd done it earlier, sooner, but it has been wet and kind of nasty. This has been it's a beautiful day today to do this kind of stuff. But anyhow, I went in there, cut the hose, took off the part that was melted, that was damaged, and put it back together, and fired the truck up. Pump came on, it pressured up, and then tried it out, and everything works good again. So I got to put out probably some hay down at the 90 acres where the cows are. I usually put about 6 bales of hay out there. I'm not looking forward to it this time just because it's midday and I imagine all the cows are going to be around. It's almost a two-man job just because of they'll follow me around. They're wanting feed, so maybe I'll take a bag of feed, throw it out. I got some cubes. Maybe I'll throw some cubes out when I first get over there, and it'll keep them busy while I get at least 1 or 2 bales put out, and maybe by then they'll go back to the hay and they'll leave me alone. The hay is, I have to cross the street, and this hay is out in the hay field still. Maybe this weekend I'll get my son to help me stack it or move it back over here. There's some cows that are getting in it, and I just rather get it all out. That way they're not getting tore up. So anyhow, we're gonna head out over there, and then I have 4 heifers that I've had pinned up for about a week and a half now. I probably about let them stay another week or so, a few days, and then I'll turn them out to the pasture. There's a couple spots that are able to hold a horse real well, but I'm afraid they might try to go through it. So I got a hot wire I'm gonna just put up just to make sure that they're not tempted to go through it. But anyhow, a lot to do, and see if we can keep going. I put out 6 bales over here. We call it the North 80, but it's actually 94 acres. I'm not sure how many cows we have over here, probably around 30 mama cows. I put about 6 bales out at a time just because this isn't full time for me, so I don't always have free days but hay out, and I don't like seeing them fight, push each other around. And there was it wasn't here, it was someone I know. They had a calf laying in the hay, and I think what happened was the cows were pushing each other, and one of them stepped on the calf and broke its legs. So I just tried to avoid any kind of pressure they might put on the ground around it. I try to move it every so often. Every time I put hay out, I change the location of the bales. That way, kind of helps spread all the fertilizer. Let me get this last one here. Alright, so here's the mama cow. So not all of them are mamas, but some of them are. See how this cow is laying in the grass, staying warm. If I put that bale of hay right here and they were fighting over it, they could have stepped on her. Well, she's older, so it wouldn't matter, but these little calves they kind of bed down and they don't get up for anything. And if you see, I put enough hay out, none of them pushing each other around. You know, if one gets pushed, you'll go to, you know, I start over here putting hay out, and so usually the last bales, which are this one and this one, that's usually where the cows that get bullied usually go to those, because everyone else is digging in. If you look at her ear tag, it says B, because my father-in-law came over back, I guess it was back in last July. They came over and we were just driving around, and he said he wants that one to be the brisket next time he comes down, which, you know, we're just joking about it, but I thought it was funny enough, so we just kept it. There's the babies. Here's some of them. We worked them about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. And all the heifers, we gave them pink ear tags with numbers. They were already, you know, pre-printed. And the bull calves, I think there was only actually one in this whole herd. We got the blue one. And so, anyhow, I'm not sure where they are at. I saw them all ago, but anyhow. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Y'all be nice. This one was a bottle baby we had a few years back. I guess back in 2018. The way I number the cows, most of them, not all of them, most of them, is the year they were born. The last number of that year is the first number of their cattle tag. So like this one right here is 203. So, you know, I can look at her tag and know she's 10 years old. You know, newborns this year, if we keep any, they'll be a 200 number too, but I'm pretty sure I can tell the difference between a 10-year-old cow and, or I guess, a 12-year-old cow and a 2-year-old cow. That one, I think, oh, she got her tag. I'm trying to figure out which one of these didn't have the tag. Like I said, it was one of the heifers. She's looking pretty. Hello, girl. This is our only white heifer out of the bunch. She kind of gets mistreated. That's all right. I got a couple of heifers that are coming, and one of them is white with a few brown spots or gray spots on her. So try to mix up the color a little bit. I was all about the black Angus, but I've noticed people are starting to like more of the reddish kind of colored cows as well. So I don't know, we're gonna just have a little bit of mixture of everything. That's my wife, she likes the seeing a variety of colors out in the pasture, so that's what we're gonna do. And of course, every time I come out, check the water trough. It's looking good. I want to move it, I think, to this area right here. It's just a hose going out to it, but I think I want to put it right here, build it up a little bit, get a good, you know, grade of dirt, and put it here, a bigger one, a big round one. Maybe put it right up against this meter pole, and then I could put the floaty against this, and it'll help protect it. But I want to put a bigger one right here and do away with that altogether, or move it over here and have two of them out here, or maybe put that one in the pins or whatever, it don't matter. But I want to get that one, I want to clear that out. And then there's this tree right here, maybe this one, I gotta look. Take those two out, and then there's another two more I want to take out. I want to say it's either these two or this one and this one. I want to say it's these two right here. I want to take these two out, I think that's what it is. I don't know. And I want to redo this culvert out here, make it wider, because right now there's a 16-foot gate. It has a 16-foot culvert. Well, if you're coming at an angle with a hay trailer or cattle trailer, you can't use the full width of the gate. You come over here, you're going to drive off the culvert. Same thing going the other way. You drive off this way, you're driving off the culvert. So yeah, it's a 16-foot gate, but you probably can only use about 8 feet of it when it comes to your wheels. You pretty much got to hit it straight on. I go across to get back and forth to get the hay. Not sure much longer I'll be able to do that, but yeah, I think it's this tree and that tree. I think I'm gonna leave that one there by itself, take this one out, take that one out, leave that little group right there. That way I come in with a trailer. I can come in with a cattle trailer if it's longer. I can swing it out, come back around this way, and that's where that water trough is, and those two trees to take out, get there as far as I can that way, and I can back straight up to the chute. The end of the chute's right there. So I would really like to put a squeeze chute right there, a preferred squeeze chute. But if I can't do that, I would like to at least put a head gate. Head gate's probably all I really need, but it would be nice to have the actual squeeze chute, so if you want to give them shots or something, you know, you're pretty much keeping them still. So anyhow, I'm gonna put this bale over here. It's a small bale. I'm gonna take it to what we call the West 40. We put a bale of hay out the other day. I'm not sure how much is left, but regardless, I'm going to go ahead and put it out. That way I know they got plenty of hay, and then I'll message the feed store guy and have him come out and top that right there back off. So anyhow, we're gonna keep going. All right, so that dog don't even know it's back there.
Sorry, Sally. Go get him next time.
That's our brave dog. Hello, girls. All right, Clayton, lay it out.
All of it?
Yeah. Hello, babies. They seem to like it. These four came across from the North 80 field. We had 2 bull calves and these 4 heifers that came off of there. They weigh about 450 to 500 pounds. That little one over there in the back, she might go right at 400. But anyhow, the bulls we took to sale, they brought, I take it back, I think these are about 400 pounds. That's what it is. These are 400 pounds average, I'm guessing. And the bulls, calves are about the same size. They brought right around $500 take home from the auction. So I was pleased with that. It's crazy how you can get a good close up with this.
I wouldn't think you could. Like, get that close. I don't think they see it.
Oh, what a day. I worked last night, so I slept in till noon. And then took my younger son up to get, he wasn't feeling, he's had allergies the last few weeks. He had a fever last night. So I took him to the doctor just to do a COVID test, just to make sure. Trying to do our due diligence in this fight against COVID. And it came back negative, so we can all sleep in peace tonight. Peace. I'm about to let them out into the pasture. I just want to make sure they were good and calm before I let them out. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is how can I feed them without the horses getting in the way. That's the problem I ran into before. The horses can be kind of ugly about it. But anyhow, all right, so I'm trying to think what all we did in this video. We got a bunch of different clips I'm putting in, but anyway, I think we put hay out for the cows. We got the equipment back home. If I don't have that video in here, I'll get it on the next one. I had repaired the baler. One of the rollers, the bearing had gone out, and I'll show a clip of that. We put a whole new roller out and replaced it. It's working now, so it's good to go. All right, from all of us here at Jones Hay and Cattle, appreciate you watching, support, and everything else you'll do for us. You know, we're relatively new still to this, and we're learning as we go. We still have that drone. We need to start taking some more drone footage. That is his responsibility. He's slacking, so.
Hey, I'm not here all the time. I can't.
Well, anyhow.
And I crashed it once, but that
He
was
did
the
crash
batteries.
it.
That was the battery's fault.
Yeah, we'll say it was the batteries.
It was. It said it was 25%, and then it went down to 3%, and then the drone automatically like shut off. It was weird.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna let y'all go. Appreciate y'all watching, staying with us all the way to the end, and make sure you hit that notification button. That way you get our newest videos. Appreciate all the love, support, and we'll catch y'all later. Bye.